What if I told you that the legendary Lost City of Atlantis was found, but they hid it from us? For centuries, the myth of Atlantis has captured the imagination of historians, explorers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Some believe it was a paradise, an advanced civilization far ahead of its time, filled with towering temples, cutting-edge technology, and vast knowledge that could rewrite history. But then, mysteriously, it vanished. According to ancient texts, Atlantis was swallowed by the ocean in a cataclysmic disaster. Some say it was just a myth, a philosophical story told by the great Greek philosopher Plato. But what if it wasn't? What if Atlantis was real? What if explorers actually found evidence of its existence? And what if powerful elites covered it up, keeping the truth hidden from the world? In this video, we dive deep into the true origins of Atlantis, shocking discoveries that may prove its existence, and the mind-blowing reasons why they don't want you to know about it. The legend of Atlantis comes from two dialogues written by Plato around 360 BCE, Timaeus and Critias. In these texts, Plato describes a mighty civilization that existed 9,000 years before his time. A vast empire that ruled over lands beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia, blessed with advanced technology, a strong military, and incredible wealth. Its architecture was unlike anything seen before. Massive concentric rings of land and water, with a grand temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. But despite its power, Atlantis became corrupt. Its rulers grew greedy, their ambitions unchecked. And then, in a single day and night of misfortune, Atlantis sank beneath the waves, lost forever. Was it just an allegory? A story meant to teach moral lessons? Or was Plato describing a real place that was wiped off the map by a disaster no one saw coming? One of the most convincing theories suggests that Atlantis wasn't underwater at all, but instead, it's been hiding in plain sight, deep within the African desert. The Risha structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara, is a mysterious, massive geological formation in Mauritania, West Africa. Here's why it fits Plato's description of Atlantis. It's perfectly circular, with concentric rings, just like Atlantis was described. It's the right size, matching Plato's measurements almost exactly. It once had rivers and lakes, proving it wasn't always a desert. Traces of ancient human civilization have been found there. Some researchers believe that a massive flood or tectonic shift turned this once thriving city into a wasteland. And if true, why is this not widely taught in history books? Could it be that they don't want us to connect the dots? Another theory suggests that Atlantis was actually located in Greece, specifically on the island of Santorini. Thousands of years ago, Santorini was home to the Minoan civilization, one of the most advanced societies of the ancient world. But then, a colossal volcanic eruption destroyed everything, sinking part of the island into the sea. Sound familiar? A powerful civilization, destroyed by a natural disaster. Located near ancient Greece, some historians believe that Plato based his Atlantis story on the destruction of the Minoan city of Akrotiri, which was wiped out in a way eerily similar to Atlantis. But if that's true, why would governments downplay this connection? Could it be because acknowledging it would validate ancient accounts that mainstream historians consider myths? In 1968, pilots flying over the Bahamas noticed a series of giant, precisely cut stone blocks lying beneath the ocean floor. Divers later explored them and found that these stones looked like an ancient, man-made road or wall, possibly part of a long-lost city. Some theorists believe the Bimini Road could be part of Atlantis, sunk beneath the sea after an earthquake or flood. And what's even stranger? Famous psychic Edgar Cayce predicted in the 1930s that Atlantis would be found near Bimini, and 3 decades later, an unexplained underwater structure was discovered there. For centuries, the idea of Atlantis remained just a legend, but in recent years, advanced technology has changed everything. Satellite images and sonar scans have revealed massive underwater structures that shouldn't exist. Divers and explorers have found ruins that match Plato's descriptions almost exactly. And former government insiders claim that shocking discoveries have been kept from the public. But where exactly was Atlantis found? In 2018, researchers examining the Risha structure, Eye of the Sahara, noticed geological formations that shouldn't be there. The circular rings perfectly match Plato's descriptions. There are traces of ancient water systems in what is now a desert. Scientists even found artifacts and fossils that suggest advanced human activity in the area. So, if Atlantis wasn't underwater, but instead hidden in the desert, why is this not headline news? Could it be that this discovery threatens everything we've been taught about history? Then there's the Bahamas mystery. In the 1960s, researchers discovered a massive underwater structure off the coast of Bimini. Massive rectangular stones, perfectly aligned like a road. Buried ruins beneath the sand, possibly from an ancient city. Even signs of metal corrosion, suggesting advanced construction techniques. Many believe this is proof that Atlantis once thrived in the Caribbean, and then something catastrophic wiped it off the map. So why isn't this front page news? Why aren't these ruins being excavated like the pyramids of Egypt? Could it be that someone doesn't want the world to know? Here's where things take a chilling turn. Former military personnel and deep-sea researchers claim that governments have known about Atlantis for decades. Secret government files allegedly mention ancient underwater ruins, files that have been censored or classified. Some claim that artifacts have been taken from these sites and never seen again. Why? What is so dangerous about revealing the truth about Atlantis? Here are 3 major reasons why hiding Atlantis benefits the elite. History is written by the winners. If Atlantis was real, it would rewrite everything we know about ancient civilizations. It would prove that there were lost technologies, lost cultures, and lost knowledge that modern science refuses to acknowledge. And if people knew the truth, they might start questioning everything. Imagine what this would mean for religion, science, and education. Would the world's most powerful institutions really let that happen? What if Atlantis wasn't just an advanced civilization, but a society thousands of years ahead of its time? Plato's texts describe highly developed engineering, energy sources, and military power. Could Atlantis have discovered free energy? Could they have developed technology that modern society still doesn't understand? And if so, did powerful organizations steal this knowledge for themselves? Visual, a blurry old photograph of strange metallic objects, implying secret technology. If an ancient society harnessed energy in ways we can't even imagine today, would governments ever allow the public to know? Here's another disturbing thought. What if Atlantis still holds untapped power? Not just secrets, but actual resources. Hidden gold or lost artifacts worth billions. Ancient energy sources or advanced materials. Knowledge that could shift global power? If Atlantis was discovered, whoever controls its secrets could become more powerful than any government or corporation in the world. And if that's true, would they really let that power fall into the hands of ordinary people? Or would they do everything to keep it hidden? Missing artifacts from excavation sites. Researchers silenced or discredited when they get too close. Institutions like the Smithsonian allegedly hiding discoveries. It's happened before. In the late 1800s, reports surfaced that giant skeletons were discovered in North America, skeletons that didn't match any known human species. Soon after, these artifacts disappeared, and some believe the Smithsonian covered it up. Could the same thing be happening with Atlantis? Historians, archaeologists, and whistleblowers have tried to speak out, but their work is often dismissed, censored, or buried. Why? What are they so afraid of? The truth? Or what happens if people start demanding answers? So let's ask the biggest question of all. What if Atlantis was real? What if the truth has been hidden from us for centuries? Imagine what this would mean. History would be rewritten. Everything we've been taught about human civilization might be wrong. Ancient technology could change the world. If Atlantis had advanced energy or lost knowledge, what else has been suppressed? The real rulers of history would be exposed. Who benefits from keeping Atlantis a myth instead of reality? But here's where it gets really interesting. The more people ask questions, the harder it is to keep the truth buried. Governments can't hide everything forever. Whistleblowers keep leaking documents. And thanks to modern technology, we have more tools than ever to uncover the past. So, what happens next? Will we ever see Atlantis officially discovered? Will powerful institutions finally release hidden documents? Or will the truth stay buried, just like Atlantis itself? The answer depends on us. If enough people demand the truth, the real story of Atlantis could finally be revealed. And if you want more mind-blowing mysteries, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.